everyone. I would like to make a video about a pretty serious subject that people maybe get too caught up in and talk a lot about and maybe don't really understand. And it's about emotional detox on a raw food diet. People talk about emotional detox quite a lot, and they say that when you go raw vegan and all that, there's all these unrepressed emotions or repressed emotions that when you eat food it holds all this back and all that stuff. I don't know about you, maybe I'm wrong, but I used to eat a cooked food diet and I still felt emotions. And if I had a traumatic experience in life, emotions still came up. I still felt heartbreak and anger and confusion and frustration and happiness and joy and all these feelings. I don't know about you, but even when I was eating the worst diet, I felt emotions, and sometimes I would feel so much emotion that I couldn't eat, and I could not force myself to eat because the body was going through an emotional experience. And some of my teachers have said to me, emotional processing is one of the most energetic, energy using, situations that the body's in. And so some people supposedly use food to, repress emotions and all that, but I don't know if it works all that well. When it comes to going raw, there's another thing that you need to remember, or doing a fast or a diet or whatever. And that is two things. Most people when they go raw don't eat enough food. Most people when they go on a juice fast or a mono fruit diet or whatever don't eat enough food. Don't eat enough food. Let me tell you that again. Most of you are not eating enough food on a raw diet. Most of you are not eating enough food to be active on a raw diet. It's a big mistake. And thinking that you can be healthy without any activity in your life or just lying down all the time is wrong. And then blaming it on, well, I need to clean more and then doing fasting is a bad choice. It's not the right choice. Often people need to eat more food. And they'll say, yeah, but I don't feel like eating. You don't know what you feel like. You've never been on a raw diet, or you've not been on it for long, or you don't really know what your body's signals are. So you should follow the people that have done this diet long term and take their advice. You don't know better. Your body doesn't know better. Here's a dog. Maybe the dog knows better. What are you doing, dog? You've got a dreadlock or a piece of rope? No, I don't like dogs much. What is that? I've never seen a dog with a dreadlock. Look at that. Anyway, so emotional detox. I don't think there's that. I mean, do people repress emotions? Yeah, that happens, and maybe some of that wakes up when you go raw and you start to realise things with your life. But if you don't eat enough calories, you will always flip out emotionally. And if you blame that on emotional detox, you will not take any steps forward. So if you're always going raw and flipping out, and you're like, I can't handle the emotions, it's like, firstly, check if you're eating enough calories. If you're eating like 800 calories a day, there's no question that you're going to flip out and freak out. And essentially, without enough carbohydrates, without enough calories, your body's not going to have, your body's not going to prioritise the positive, putting you in a positive state. It doesn't want to reward you for under eating. It's going to make you feel stressed, and it's going to make you not feel good until you eat enough. And that's what drives people back to eating anything when they undereat long enough. And if you don't understand that, if you fast or you do on a juice fast, you go on a raw diet and you're not eating enough, and you don't get that, you don't understand that, you're going to think this is emotional detox, I'll just keep going with it, I'm doing it right, and you're not doing it right, Or you'll think, oh, I'm not ready for this emotional detox, and run back to the cooked food. and your stress levels will come down and you'll be like, ah. And that's why people have a bad experience on a raw diet, because they get stressed on it, because they don't eat enough food. Literally their cortisol probably goes through the roof. Because they're trying to live on 750 calories a day of leaves and half an avocado or something like that. It is this diet there's a science, a fine art. Herbert Shelton used to call all these books the science and fine art. The science and fine art of fasting or whatever. It's a science, it is a fine art, it's a practice, it's a discipline, and it takes time. It takes mastery. You need to master it. And I just hate it when people are like, oh, I think I need to eat less. I think I'm eating a little bit too much. And I'm watching them, and I've had some coaching clients, and I see them eat more, and they're like so consistent, having great weeks, feeling good, and then they're like, I think I need to eat less. And then they might eat less, and then they're no longer consistent. They're no longer consistent. They can't stick to it anymore, and they're getting more and more emotional. It's becoming more difficult. And all it takes is eating enough a lot of the time. That also takes away cravings, although cooked food cravings will always exist for a while, but if you eat enough calories, they're not as strong. Takes your stress level down. This is all biochemistry. Like, this is not anything to do with there's all this emotion detoxing in you. This is like basic biochemistry, serotonin, chemicals like that. Eat enough carbohydrates so your body produces the feel-good chemicals like serotonin. And when you start on a fruit diet, you should be feeling high a lot of the time. You should be feeling amazing a lot of the time when you're eating enough fruit. And unfortunately, if you're not experiencing that, you're missing out. And unfortunately, it comes down to, once again, the wrong information getting out there in the raw food movement. The wrong people. The people you should be learning from are guys like Doug Graham, who's been doing this a long time. Doug Graham and his wife, and Melissa Raimondi, and Chris Kendall, of course, and all these people that eat a lot. They eat a lot, and they've been able to stay consistent on a raw diet longer than anyone. And me, I eat a lot. Right now, maybe not as much because I'm on a mango diet, but I'm still eating, I don't know, 2,000 or more calories a day of mango. So you got to eat more. You got to learn to eat. I can't stress this enough. And you're going to resist it. You're going to say, no, I know what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what my body wants. Yeah, you're going to go back to eating cooked food. That's what your body wants. That's exactly where you're going to go. Back to cooked food again. And again. And again. And then again. Because your body's saying we need to eat enough. If we don't eat enough, we're going to go back to the food that you can't stop yourself from eating enough of. Body's in control, ultimately. You're not in control. Like, people that say, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I've made this decision, I can eat this amount, I can do that. No, your body's in control, you're not. You can try and eat super low calorie raw diet, you can try breatharianism, you can try that. Your body's going to be like, okay, you're going to do this. Okay, well, we don't trust you anymore. Let's just start sending some signals about cooked food, junk food. You don't think your body's in control? It's every memory, every emotion, everything. The body knows what to do, the mind is in control, not you. Is there some real emotional... I didn't experience a lot of emotional detox going raw. I experienced highs of emotion, positive emotion. Like, if any detox, it was positive detox, positive emotion. I love detox symptoms and stuff. Always loved it when I gave up meat and I felt my body releasing all this junk. You know, I loved that stuff. When I gave up sugar and I felt spots coming out, and I love that. But detox should be positive, not painful or harmful or emotional. If you're feeling these emotions, it's like, you need to eat more. And it's not repressing, oh, but if you eat more, you're repressing emotions. No, you're not. You're giving your body enough fuel to actually be emotionally stable. And in the background, deal with the emotions, or deal with them in an appropriate way, not in some kind of calamitous, you know, thing. So, I'm making this video for a lot of people out there, but you know, it's just one of those things. 11-minute video on emotional detox. Emotional detox should be a positive thing, not stressful, and like when you actually deal with some emotions that have been sat there for a while, that's a wonderful thing. Positive feeling, like, it's not like, oh my god, life's collapsing. It's like, it's amazing. All of these things that are good for your health should feel great and should feel amazing, and if they don't, there's something maybe wrong. Most raw vegans get not eating enough wrong. And then not eating enough carbohydrates over fats, by which I mean the diet should comprise mostly of sweet fruits with small amounts of fatty foods like nuts, seeds and avocados, rather than the opposite way around. And that's by calories, not by volume. So, anyway, I talk about a lot of stuff like this in my book, The Raw Food Lifestyle. It's for the last few days, or for only a few more days, it's on a discount, nearly half off. It's on the, just launched it recently. So if you want to check that out, there's a link below. Go and check out the book. There's 6 bonuses that come with it that make it more than worthwhile. Crazy not to get it. Price is going to go up by nearly double, and probably going to sell more copies of it once that happens. But anyway, but for everyone that wants it now, it's on a discount, and I mean, it gives a bit of a blueprint for going raw for beginners. Easy stuff, but everyone makes it so much more complicated than it is. You will start to get this when you've had the experience 100 times of undereating, and then you have a smoothie and you feel, all of a sudden you feel good. Oh, that's me covering up the emotions. No, it's not. No, it's not. Your body just didn't have the carbohydrates to create like serotonin and stuff like that, so that you could feel balanced. It's just basically brain chemistry, biochemistry. Your body was stressed that you weren't eating enough, and it started to send you that signal and made you feel uncomfortable. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Please feel free to subscribe, share the video with those that might help out. I was trying to shield this because it's a little bit windy. If it was a bit windy, sorry. And go to check the link out below for my book. Thank you very much.